with the release of Cybernetic Horizon, I really wanted to wait to make this deck because there were some new cards in the set that actually made this deck a little bit better and a little bit more consistent than usual than how it was before. I know this is now still one of the best decks, but it's still a pretty fun deck. I actually just got done watching a video where the deck isn't even good as a rogue strategy, which is true. But it's still a fun casual deck, and I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites, and let's just get right into the deck profile, because I know that this is already probably going to be a longish video, kind of, but I really enjoy this deck, and it's one of my favorites, so let's get right into it. Starting off with the monsters, we start off with 3 Magna Rokket Dragon. So Magna Rokket Dragon is probably the best rocket out of all of them. If it's like all rocket monsters, if it's targeted by a link monster, you can activate its effect by either destroying something, usually it's just destroying something, or removing something off the field. And then whenever it comes to the end phase, they all float if they were if they were destroyed, because they destroy themselves to activate their effects, and then whenever they're destroyed, they float into another rocket with a different name. So Magna Rokket just sends a monster from the field to the graveyard. It's still probably one of the best ones because it just sends, it doesn't destroy, it doesn't target. So it's one of the best ones out of all the rockets. Then I played triple Anesthetic Rokket. I bumped this up to 3 because it actually helps a lot more. Because it's a effect negation on wheels. On wheels? On legs, sorry. I guess it works either way. Basically, when this card is targeted, you can destroy it to negate a monster's effect, and it can attack. So, and it's got 2200 booty, 2500 with a boot sector launch, actually. So, it's one of the better ones for defensive plays. And then for the rest of the rockets, I played 2 Auto Rokket. Auto Rokket destroys it, sends a spell or trap card from the field to the graveyard. Meta Rokket destroys a column. So, it can destroy up to a link monster, or whatever's in the extra monster zone, monster on the field, and a spell. Spell trap. Then Shell Rokket destroys the monster in front of it, and whatever's adjacent to it, so like a shotgun blast. So those are all the rockets. I play a pretty hefty amount of them. I don't play all of them because I still think they're all too cloggy, especially with boot sector launch, but whatever. I'm going to play triple Gateway Dragon because it's basically the Goplinberg of the deck. It's still one of the best combo extenders and or enablers. Basically, when you summon this card, special summon a level 4 Dark Dragon type monster from your hand. So, it's still one of the better ones. I played 2 Defrag Dragon. I keep throwing this in and taking this out. You can discard a card to special summon it, and since we play a lot more Reborn spells, now this is actually not as bad as you think it would be. It's not as bad as it used to be. And then, for some reason, if you have 3 monsters with the same name, you can special summon this card from the graveyard. Even though just banishing 3 monsters would have made this card a little bit more better, but to each his own. I play 1 Hibernation Dragon. Hibernation Dragon, when this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a level 4 or lower Dark Dragon type monster from your graveyard to your hand. And then if this card is in the graveyard and you control no link monsters, just link monsters, so you can control monsters, you just don't control link monsters. You can special summon a dark, I believe a dark link monster, 1 dark dragon link monster from your graveyard. So this is a pretty good reroll spell for any of the Boral monsters. We play Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon because it can revive anything on the field, so of course. 99% of the deck is dragons. Period. I would say. So, pretty good. And then 1 Grinder Golem. I'm still experimenting with this. I'm not sure if I like it or not. So, Grinder Golem. As you can see, I took out the engine. The Dark Worms. I took out the Dark Worms, so it's been working out okay so far, so I don't have much to complain about. I played triple Quick Launch, special summon a rocket from your deck to the graveyard, from your deck to the field, and then at the end phase destroy it, or and it can attack. So, but it's pretty good for making link materials or for activating rocket effect that you need real quick. You can set it and activate it on your opponent's turn, and then activate the monster's effect that you need. I play triple boot sector launch because this card can still special summon a rocket from the hand, 2 rockets from the hand. Gives them a 300 attack boost, and then if there are rockets in the graveyard, you can special summon up to the equivalent of how many monsters your opponent has on the field. So this is one of the better spells for rockets. On top of boot sector launch, which looks almost exactly the same except really weird, is triple Boral Regenerator. I'm starting out at 3. I haven't done extensive enough playtesting to bump this down to 2 or 1. I'm starting out at 3 because it can revive a rocket. Also, if the rocket's effect is activated, or if the monster is just destroyed in general, pretty much, but mostly it's going to be the activation of an effect, you can draw a card. So it's pretty good. It's a monster reborn for rockets, so I have no complaints against it. At least not right now. And I don't think it's once per turn. Oh no, it is once per turn. Never mind. But whatever. The other once per turn card in rockets is Squib Draw. Destroy a rocket on the field, draw 2 cards. And if you pair this with Boral Regenerator, you can draw 3 cards. So, it's not terrible, but it's still not great. Still not a great card. I don't know why. I don't know. If the rocket replaced itself immediately, it'd probably be better, but whatever. And then one new card that has been actually saving my butt a lot is Reasoning, because we play so many different levels. See, there's 4, 1, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 3, I think that's 10, and 8. Of course, most of the time you're probably going to guess 4, but a lot of time, even when somebody guesses 4, I go into a Hibernation Dragon or instead of Rocket, so this card is actually pretty good in this deck, and I enjoy it a lot. 1 for 1 because we now have Link Karibo. That's literally my reasoning for it. Which actually makes it, if you have a Revival Spell, a 2-card Link monster. So 1 MR, because MR is MR, works for you or your opponent. So you can take their Borlo Dragon if you destroy it. 1 Skill Charge, because Skill Charge wins games, literally. Pop this out, you got like 2 Boral monsters and 2 rockets on the field, you're good to go. Double Alert of Darkness, because Alert of Darkness is a draw spell. And it's not terrible. It definitely... I don't want to see it at 3. I just don't. At 2 it's fine. So, whatever. I'm not too picky about that. 1 Instant Fusion, because we can Dark Fire Dragon, like I said in the last deck profile. So, level 4 Dark Dragon, so it's whatever. And then double Link Turret. This is also one of the new spells. You can only activate its effect on main phase 2, but anytime when this card is activated, you place 4 counters on this card. Automatically. So that's automatically a Link 4, pretty much. But during your main phase 2, you can only activate this anytime you take battle damage, which is weird. You can add a counter to this card. But during main phase 2, you can remove 1 counter from this card, then target 1 rocket in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated, also banish it when it leaves the field. You cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck except Dark Link monsters. The turn you activate this card, even if this card leaves the field. So this card is pretty much a 1-card combo if you're set up correctly to make Borlo Dragon. So, there you go. That's the main deck, 40 cards. Now let's get right into the extra deck. So the extra deck, we play 1 Borlo Dragon. It lowers your monster's attack by 500. If this card attacks, you can Snatch Steal it. And it can't be targeted by monster effects. And then the monster goes to the graveyard the next end phase. Not this end phase, but the next one. And then my second favorite Boral monster, Boral Sword. Yes, I own a Boral Sword Dragon. Yes, this is the card specifically I was waiting for, was Boral Sword Dragon. Because I ordered it from the mail instead of ordering a box, so I hope you guys aren't upset about a box opening, but I do have a Boral Sword Dragon now, so gotta make some sacrifices. But this card cannot be destroyed by battle, even though you're not going to destroy a 3000 attack beater by battle. That might be better, actually. 3000 attack monster by battle. Let me actually just read the effect here, because this is one of the most brand new cards in the game. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one attack position monster, change to defense position. So that's this quick effect. Of course, you can't respond to it. And also when you switch a monster to defense mode, it can actually do a second attack. And then this monster can Ryoku a card. If you don't know what that does, basically it takes half the attack of their monster and adds it to your monster. Basically. And that's it for that one. And then Boral Guard Dragon. So I have all the Boral Link 4s at least. I have all of them. So, boom. Look at that. Boom. But this card cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can... This one also switches a monster defensive. I don't know, like... This one I would just have it change a position of a monster, but this one I can understand. This one I don't. Either way, I'm not the card designer, whatever. I just play the game. You can also send a spell trap from the field to the graveyard to special summon a monster that was destroyed this turn, so you can special summon a Rokket. And then... Wait, that's all it does. So these are the 3 Boral Link 4 monsters. They all have their own special attribute, condition. So these are probably one of the best Link monsters in the game. Link 4s at least. Boral Sword and Boral Load outweigh Boral Guard, and I saw that the Boral Guard video did not receive a lot of good feedback for obvious reasons, because I said Boral Guard is literally better than Boral Load, and in some ways is also better than Boral Sword, so deal with it. And if you don't understand why, watch that video. He's cheaper. Spoiler alert, that's why. So those are our Link 4s. Our Link 3s, we play Triple Burst Dragon. If this card attacks, it can inflict piercing damage. You can destroy this card to special summon a level 4 or lower Rokket from your hand. Rokket Dark Dragon from your hand. Special summon a Link 2 from the graveyard. And during the battle phase, well, damage step, it can negate a monster effect. So vampires kind of lose to this card. Who needs the Boral Load when you have a Triple Burst Dragon? Summon Sorceress, because Summon Sorceress can get out Hibernation Dragon. Basically what I'll do is I'll make Summon Sorceress with like Twin Triangle and another level 4 or lower Dragon type monster. Have one right here, and then Special Summon Hibernation Dragon. So that way I can have a backup just in case one of my Boral monsters dies. So just in case they destroy it somehow, I have a backup. One Twin Triangle Dragon. Yeah, I still play it because 2 level 4 or lower Dark Dragons to make a Link 2 that can be special summoned by Red Med. Why not? His effect doesn't go off as much, that's why I'm not really bringing it up. Mini Boral Dragon, because Mini Boral Dragon is it's a really weird card. Let me read it to you, and you're not going to even understand. If you control a Boral Link monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can attribute 1 Link 3 or lower monster, special summon this card, but it cannot be used as material for the Link summon of a monster with the same Link rating as a attributed monster. So basically, if you attribute a Link 1, you special summon this card, you have a Link 2 on the field, but you can't use it to go into a Link 1. If you attribute a Link 3, you can attribute this monster from your graveyard, but you can't go into a Link 3. So, basically that's it. This card is mainly just to get out a Link 2, so that way you go into Boral Sword, Boral Guard, Boral Load faster. Cerberus for monster removal. Well, special summon monster removal. Basically, that's all it's here for. I don't have Phoenix, so we're sticking with Cerberus. You know, I probably should get a Phoenix. Underclock Taker is still the only one that targets 2. Bring 2 that targets monsters, so sticking with it till we get Booster Dragon. Then when we get Booster Dragon, the deck is going to change, probably. But Still, rocking that under Clock Taker. And then a Caustic Magician, Link Spider, and Link Kuriboh. Link Kuriboh is for the Grinder Golem plays and also the Aesthetic Rocket Dragon. Link Spider is also for Grinder Golem. And then the Caustic Magician just adds Grinder Golem back to your hand. And then anytime I re-special summon Grinder Golem, I'll go into Borrow Load, Borrow Guard. Either Borrow Guard or Borrow Load, so that way I can steal the monster back or destroy it. Outright destroy it like it's nothing. And then one Bagooska. I don't really go into this card as much anymore, so I don't know why it's in here, but one Bagooska. And then one Dark Fire Dragon, because Dark Fire Dragon can special summon itself. Well, not special summon itself, but because it's a Link level 4 or lower Dark Dragon type monster, so it can be recycled at any point. So that is our monster lineup. Unfortunately, I don't really have that many combos with this deck as of right now. But I do have Boral Sword Dragon, so that's all that matters to me. I paid the price. Actually, it was really funny, because when the package came in the mail, I ordered it all from one seller, so I got all the cards all at the same time. All the, like the Boral Regenerators and the Link Turret were all in like a plastic sleeve, like, you know, one of the flimsy ones. So it was whatever. And then Boral Guard was all nice and all in a nice little plastic case with the sleeve in it and everything. It was beautiful. Like Boral Sword looks so beautiful, but I was so happy to get it. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. There's probably not going to be a Boral Sword video like there was a Boral Guard video, because Boral Sword is actually currently more expensive than Boral Load, even though Boral Load is still probably better. But was he worth the money? I don't know. We'll see. I do plan on doing some mock duels with you guys, with some of my friends, whether it be Drew or actually there's Drew has a YouTube channel that is going to be in the description down below, and hopefully he's going to be able to help me with some channel art and some other stuff, because he is a really good artist. But I hope to see some mock duels with those people, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.